Do you remember the feeling of passing a difficult exam, getting promoted in your job, or winning in an athletic competition? Dopamine may be responsible for that feeling. It is a surge of chemical in your system that makes you feel ecstatic. What is dopamine? It is a neurotransmitter, which is a chemical that sends signals from our brain to our body. It can speed things up or slow things down, which affects how we think, feel, and act. It is your brain's reward points. When you do something fun or good, your brain gives you dopamine to say, "Good job." You like that feeling, so you want to do it again to get more points. This is why you might want to eat delicious food or watch your favorite show over and over. This chemical may also make you get motivated to work hard and be rewarded at school or acknowledged at work. But sometimes people do things that aren't good, like using drugs, binge eating, drinking too much, or excessive social media indulgence to get that same good feeling. It's a cycle. Want, do, like, repeat. Your brain loves it when you do something fun, so it gives you a reward. This makes you want to do it again. The mere anticipation may create a surge of dopamine in your body. This hormone also performs a vital role in our movement, coordination, pleasure, learning, reward, and thinking. Dopamine is one of the happy hormones, often called the feel-good hormone. This special brain chemical can make you feel awake and alert, focused and determined, happy and motivated, coordinated with good balance and movement. However, too high or too low of this hormone in our body can cause problems in our health. Why do we have too high dopamine levels? 1. Recreational drugs. Things like cocaine or speed can make your brain have way too much dopamine. 2. Sickness. Some illnesses, ADHD and Huntington's disease, can cause high dopamine levels. 3. Genetics. Sometimes people are born with bodies that make too much dopamine. 4. Medications. Some medications, like those for ADHD or shaking Parkinson's disease, can give you extra dopamine. 5. Lifestyle. Feeling stressed, not sleeping enough, or eating junk food can also make your dopamine levels go up. What are the effects of too high dopamine levels? If dopamine levels are too high, this may cause motor and mental challenges like uncontrollable movements, anxiety, mania, increased feelings of stress, high sex drive, insomnia, agitation, aggression, hallucinations, OCD, or sometimes violence. How to naturally decrease dopamine levels? There are ways to naturally decrease dopamine levels. Regulate addictive elements like alcohol, caffeine, and social media. Stop smoking. Eating foods high in tyrosine, such as yogurt, almonds, steak, bananas, avocados, lean turkey, eggs, beans, fish, chicken, and dark chocolate. Following a diet higher in protein and lower in carbohydrates. Be active and exercise. Practicing relaxation techniques like meditation, get adequate sleep, listening to calming music, spending time outdoors. There are recent studies that dopamine fasting could regulate dopamine levels in your brain. Dopamine fasting is about taking a break from things that give you quick bursts of pleasure. This includes things like phone use, delicious food, video games, sex, and socialization. The idea is to give your brain a rest from constant excitement and restore itself. In our world of digital age, taking a social media break is an intention to reset our dopamine levels, which may help you feel calmer, less impulsive, and happier. It's also your opportunity to divert your time on your studies or work and be more productive and earn our natural dose of dopamine supply. But what happens when you have too low dopamine levels? You might have low dopamine levels if the parts of your brain that make dopamine are injured. Another reason could be that your body doesn't respond properly to dopamine, which happens when nerve cell receptors can't pick up and pass along the chemical message. What are the effects of too low dopamine levels? Too low dopamine levels may cause depression and feelings of hopelessness, social isolation and low self-esteem, lack of motivation and drive, lapses in short-term memory or forgetfulness, difficulty managing daily tasks and solving simple thinking problems, always tired, decreased alertness, and can't focus, anxiety, and anger. You don't find pleasure in things that you previously enjoyed doing, low sex drive, trouble sleeping or disturbed sleep, loss of balance and coordination. Other health conditions linked to dopamine deficiency are Parkinson's disease, restless leg syndrome, ADHD, schizophrenia, depression, constipation, obesity, and addiction. Aside from sex, drugs, alcohol, food, gambling, and shopping, phones and social media can be addicting too. It's like a game where you keep trying to win, get likes or shares, and your brain gets hooked on that feeling of winning. In general, your brain can start to crave dopamine so much that it makes you want to repeat the behavior that causes its release, even if it's unhealthy. Dopamine is tricky. It's not as simple as saying low levels cause problems. While low dopamine is linked to some health issues, it doesn't directly cause them. For example, people with low dopamine levels are often overweight, but what you eat and how much you exercise also matter. It's complicated to figure out if low dopamine causes weight gain or if weight gain affects dopamine levels. How to boost your happy brain chemical? There are natural ways to increase your dopamine levels. Sleep more. Not enough sleep can mess with your happy brain chemical. Enjoy some music. Listening to your favorite tunes can give your brain a happy boost. Eat healthy foods high in tyrosine, protein-rich foods. Foods like eggs, fish, and yogurt can help make your happy brain chemical. Get moving. Exercise is great for your body and your brain. Spend time with friends. Being with people you like can make you happier. Spend less time with social media and spend more time outdoors. Adequate sun exposure could increase dopamine levels. Meditate. Calm your mind to boost your happy brain chemical. Eat less sugar. Too much sugar can play tricks on your brain. Relax or meditate. Stress can be bad for your happy brain chemical. Massage therapy. They say massage can increase dopamine levels by 30%. Last but not the least, do random acts of kindness. If you feel some symptoms mentioned earlier and you want to know if your dopamine levels are at the right amount, consult a doctor and find out if further testing is needed. Your brain is a busy place with lots of different chemicals. They all work together to make you feel and act the way you do. Dopamine is just one part of the puzzle. It particularly works with other chemicals like serotonin. Next time, we'll talk about serotonin. Can you think of one or two small changes you could make to your daily routine to boost your dopamine levels the natural way? Share in the comments. Remember, small steps can lead to big improvements in your overall well-being. Like and subscribe!